Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie, and I would love to know, how are you doing this morning? If you're watching live, it is a beautiful, sunny, crisp morning here in Minnesota. Where are you tuning in from? I would love to know. I would love for you to say hi below every morning, not every morning, during the weekdays. Sometimes the weekends get a little busy here, but we're going through a book called The Noticer. And so at any point in time, I want you to know something about this page. If you don't know, if you're brand new, post a new below. I'd love to get to know you. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com, and I have recipes that have been shared for 7 years. So ketomomsecrets, all one word, .com. You can click on recipes, book club, trial packs for mom fuel, like so many things you can kind of go through and pick for what you're looking for. So in the mornings, my goal is to help you understand mindset. And for years meaning for, hey, welcome, Amanda. I love that you said you're new. So over 7 years ago, I started this page just to simply give people recipes, to take them on a journey, to go, hey, my husband wants to do keto. I'm going to help support him. My husband wants some fat loss. I'm going to help him on this journey. Had my own journey, and I often get asked, like, are you a doctor? Are you a whatever? And I'm like, no, I'm a mom of 4 girls. I'm a homeschool mom of 4 girls. We live in Minnesota. I say Snoda, Minnesota. One of my youngest is sitting over here. Anyways, and a little over a year ago, I have been coaching people on what works for us, right? I would say things like, let's work on your water intake. What are you eating? Here's what I did. Here's a great place to get started. And I will give you all of that. If I've never given you like a basic foods list, like not like a menu, not because here's the deal. Your goals and your body is different than other people's. And oftentimes we can look at other people and go, I'm not having the success that they're having. I'm not looking like that. Why did she? And why did he? And how come it's not me, right? And so the biggest thing is everybody's body's different. So sometimes people will go, can you give me a menu of tell me exactly what I'm supposed to eat? And I say, no, I can help you figure it out, right? Things like how to track your food, how much water you should be drinking. If you want to get very strict or be more just mindful, there's lots of things that play into this. Over a year ago, I think the sound is working. The sound's not working. I'm sorry, check your phone. Usually there's like a little thing on the side. So over a year ago, I told my husband, I was like, I'm telling people the same thing over and over again. And there's a large amount of people that do well for a little bit of time, don't quite implement the idea of a lifestyle, and they do great, and then all of a sudden they come back and they have to start over at some point in time, like a year later, right? And here's what I want you to understand, is I realize that people need more than just the how-to of how to eat, right? Like if you need a basic foods list, post food below. I will give that to you. Like here's how I started. Here's a quick little video of like some 8 steps of how to help you become aware of better choices to make. So if you need a foods list, post food below. And if you are not in the right mindset of understanding what you truly want, if you look at life as like I have to, I don't want to, why is it always me, I will never. If you up here are not in the right mindset, that's why I started reading books here on the KetoMom page and going through things to help give you a like, oh, my fat loss journey is more than just the food that I put in my mouth, right? So with all of that said, we're going through this book. It's called The Noticer. This book is great. It is a book of awareness. It is story form. It is going to help you have awareness and perspective. If you don't have the book, it's okay. You can listen to this every morning, most mornings, and I'll give you something to think about. So this morning, our main character, every chapter he chooses somebody to bring awareness to in their life. So for instance, which is so great, I have 4 girls, 2 teenagers, 2 soon-to-be teenagers. I'd love to know, does anybody on here have teenagers, especially girls? We've got 4 daughters. And you're not soon to be a teenager? She's 9. Our youngest, our baby, is 9. And yes, he wrote another book, Lynn, called The Traveler's Gift. It's an incredible book. So there are books that I will read to you. If you go to ketomomsecrets.com, click on book club, that will tell you like 1, 2, 3, how to hit your habits. 1, 2, 3, do this, this, and this. This is more of a story form book. I love it. If you're looking for a gift, actually, here's something I will tell you. I love to give gifts, and I love to give gifts of books to change people's lives. So any holiday that's coming up, I'm going to be buying books, and that's what people in my family and in my life are getting. So, oh, I love that. Your baby is a senior. My oldest is a sophomore. All right, so we are in a chapter, and in this chapter, the main character is really speaking to teenagers, but speaking to a group of kids. And he's talking about wisdom, and he's talking about where to get wisdom, and he's talking about the importance of paying attention to who you're around. And it's not just for kids, it's for adults. So I have been coaching our daughters. We have been coaching our daughters on like friendships and girls, because we have 4 girls. And I said, it goes with you into adulthood. Like, you don't become an adult and all of a sudden these problems or issues or challenges go away. You learn how to adapt, and hopefully you become wiser as you get older, right? So I love what he said. He was talking to the teenagers in this story, in this chapter, and he says, wisdom can change and vary in the course of your life, and it will become, and you gain wisdom by the people that you surround yourself with, by the books that you read, and the things that you listen to and watch. I've talked about this on here many times, that if your goal, let's say you've set a goal of, I want to get fitter, thinner, feel better, but your face is glued to the TV in the evenings or in the morning, or you're just scrolling, or you make excuses, like the things that you are watching, the things that you are listening to, the people that you surround yourself with, the things that you are reading will play a huge factor in the results that you are getting or not getting. Right? So he's telling these kids this, like, if your goal is, you need to switch something up. If you're not getting the results that you want, pay attention to who you're around. What are you watching? Are you wasting time? Are you reading good books? Are you asking for, like, finding a mentor? Are you listening to garbage? I've said this before, truth or trash, right? Is the stuff you're listening to and putting in your eyes and your ears going to serve you and help you become a better person? Or is it going to take you down a spiral of negativity? We could say it that way, right? So he says this, bad information is gathered in your downtime. Bad information that can change the very course of your life. So he's telling these kids, there's good information that will take you in one direction. There's bad information that will take you in the opposite direction. Same things with books and television and the radio. And he goes, one of wisdom's greatest benefits is to be able to accurately discern, the learned ability to immediately tell right from wrong, good from evil, acceptable from unacceptable, time well spent from time wasted, the right decision from the wrong decision. And many times this is simply a matter of having a correct perspective. And how do we do that? You plug into people that are going to uplift you. You listen to things that are going to serve you. You listen to things that are going to teach you so you can take action, right? Things like, I'm going to listen to this. I often tell people, oh my goodness, if you've been here for years, then you really have all of the information. You are equipped to do what you need to do, to lose the fat, to feel better, to work out. Like, if you've been here for a good amount of time, between the food videos and like how to, hopefully mindset, you should have everything that you need to know what to do to take action. Oftentimes people will read and they'll listen, and that's great. They'll get around great people, and that's great. And then the next part is on you, right? It is buying the book. It is listening to the podcast. It is taking the action that those things are telling you to do. It is making the better choice on your food. It's drinking the water instead of the pop. Like, the action part is going to get you to the place that you want to go. Oftentimes people feel like they don't have enough information, and they're listening to all of these people and all of these books and all of these podcasts, and they feel like they're doing something because they might be taking notes or journaling, but in fact, they're actually not doing it. So one of the secrets to success, after you've gathered information and you've learned from other people, is to what? Take action. Action. And when you do that, and you keep doing that, consistent action over time will get you to where you want to go, right? We can't put a week, in 1 week I'm going to see those results, in 1 month, because everybody has different goals, and there's different expectations and different bodies and different mindsets, but action is going to take you to where you want to go. Not just listening to me, not just listening to other people online. All of those things can help you have a better mindset, and then you are going to do the actions needed to get you moving forward. So, a couple more things. He says, one way to define wisdom is the ability to see into the future the consequences of the choices that you do in the present. Wisdom will allow a person to split the hairs of choice to accurately, so accurately that most men would say it's impossible. Wisdom. I pray for wisdom every day. I'm like, I just want wisdom to help our children, to help people on the KetoMom page, to make the best choices possible, to be able to decide, like, is this going to result in a consequence or a reward? Where will this action lead me or my child or my family? Discernment. It's super important. He goes, a true wise person to discern that aha is either, he goes, here's another thing. He goes, a true person with true discernment and true understanding and really seeking what's best can also define what is good and what is best. Oftentimes we're like, but this is good. This is great. This is good for me. I can do this. But there might be a better, best option for you. And not all things that are good are the things that you should be doing. So he just really dives into the difference between paying attention to the people around you. I've said all of these things before. And one indicator that so you might be going like, how do I decide if I'm around the right group of friends? How do I decide? And so this is something that we tell our girls, and I love how he gave this little analogy. Here's the book. It's called The Noticer by Andy Andrews. He has some incredible books. He goes, a leaf is an indicator. A leaf is an indicator, a leaf of a tree. He goes, one can walk through the forest and never ever look up, but you can pick a single leaf and know all sorts of information about the tree that you're standing underneath, not by looking up, by looking at the one leaf. He goes, you can tell a lot about a person from the leaves that they drop. You don't have to be around somebody very long. You can pay attention to the things that are in their life, and you can know a lot about that person, whether they make excuses by listening to the words that come out of their mouth, by looking, maybe you've heard this phrase, by looking at people's fruit or their leaves, the things they leave behind, the things they say. If you look at people's lives, you should be able to go, I can actually learn from that person. That person has fruit in their life. That person has some great leaves that I want to learn and grow from. Or you can go, hey, Annie, can you let the dogs out, please? Or you can easily go, oh, I'm going to learn from that person of what not to do. I'm going to not do that, not go there, not, excuse me, not watch this. That's it. He's telling these teenagers, pay attention to what people do, what they say, the things they watch, and that also will show you where their life is headed. And same for you, even as an adult. It doesn't change. The people that you are around, things that you're watching, will help navigate your life in the direction that you're going, good or bad, right or wrong. The choices that you're making have consequences or rewards, and it's important for you to know that. So, all right. It is going to be a great day. Thank you for tuning in. This is the book that we're going through. If you want to watch the other ones, you can go to ketomomsecrets.com. Click on book club. You can ask for a foods list below. If I've never given it to you, it has a little video of 8 steps. But again, part of it is learning and then taking action. So if you have questions, send me a message. I'm here to help. If you want to know about Mom Fuel, you can post Mom Fuel below. Otherwise, continue to tune into the page for recipes and anything else that you need. I'm always here to help. I hope you have an incredible morning, and we'll talk to you soon.